Today on WBTV, we are going to be talking about the PS5 price because apparently it's super cheap. Okay, so we did our PS5 launch video way back at the end of WBTV Season 6. Yeah, and now there has apparently been a survey on Reddit that was done by a European surveyor that tests like market price. So they test like prices that people would want to pay for something to see what like to help companies properly price a product. So they'll see how like the public will respond to different pricing points, and then they'll send that data to the company, and then the company will able to respond with, okay, here's how we're actually going to price our console. So the survey considered the price for the disk drive version at 349 euros and the price for the digital version at 259 euros. So if you convert these to US dollars, this puts the PS5 regular version at about 450 and the PS5 digital version at about 330. That is significantly cheaper than we thought it was, considering that Sony's production cost, the rumored cost that they are paying to produce each PS5 is close to $450. So they would be losing money on the digital edition, on the regular edition.
That's the rumored cost. Like, I really don't think it costs $400 to make a PlayStation. To be honest, it probably costs close to $200 to make a PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean, the weird, like, plasticky outside design, though, would probably make it more expensive to produce than like a box square PC would be easier to produce about that. So the survey officially says that, as mentioned in the product description, the pricing of the new product PS5 has not yet fully been determined. For the purposes of this survey, we will assign you random pricing. Please take these random pricing into consideration at the following pricing. The random prices for the new product PS5 that you will evaluate is PlayStation 5 at $349 and PlayStation 5 Digital Edition at $259. So the way that is worded is more like it's just random pricing. They're just throwing numbers out there. However, honestly, I do think these prices make sense, and I wouldn't be surprised if their PS5 will listen to these numbers, because if people respond very positively to these numbers, they probably want to make it closer to that number.
Yeah, it's almost like how we speculated that like the leaked versions of the PlayStation and the console for PlayStation testing the waters on how their final, like what their final design and final concept was going to be, because how people took the weird concepts they sent out were the basic concepts, and then they kind of like took advice from that. So like, if we take that and think of this may not be the final price, and this most likely probably won't be the final price, but this could be PlayStation gauging what people want or what people would pay for to try and make sure that their console sells the best, right?
Yeah. And the price gap between the digital edition and the regular edition, my guess was it was going to be $100. It looks like it's a little bit over $100, but to me this makes sense because honestly, like the cost of a disc drive is probably like $25 maybe. Like, yeah, they're not that expensive, but the cost that PlayStation loses when they have to sell a game through like GameStop or EB Games, they lose money out of that transaction. But if it's a digital edition, all your games you're buying off the PlayStation Store, which means PlayStation is making 100% of the profits off those games. So it makes sense to me that they would reduce the price by $100, hoping that they can make that money back in the future.
I mean, yeah, and that motivates a lot of people to buy the digital drive, because like that was like the like argument or like the dilemma I had, right? It's like, do you want the disc drive for convenience sake, so you have the option of buying discs, or you have the option of playing DVDs or movies or etc., right?
Yeah.
But especially if you're trying to save money, and like, say someone like me who has never really played PlayStation. I have an Xbox, I have a Switch now. The one console I haven't really played that much and I barely owned is a PlayStation. So, especially if I was going to get a PlayStation, I'd most likely just get it for exclusives or multiplayer games to play with my friends. And if that's the case, I'm not going to be buying too many games, and I'm not going to want to only have five like discs.
Yeah.
So buying it digitally and having just a disc drive to save money on the PlayStation as well, because I'm not going to be using it too much, is like a really good idea and a really good choice and decision.
Yeah. And if you can pick up this PS5 off the shelf for $330, that's a pretty low entrance point for a pretty high quality console. Like the PS5 is it looks like on paper it is slightly more powerful than the Xbox Series X, but it looks like the way that it's built might make it a little bit slightly less powerful cooling wise because the Xbox Series X is bigger. But still, like, Unreal Engine 5 just came out. That looked awesome. You can play, it's backwards compatible. We're rumored all the way back to PS2 games. So you can play any game from PS2 to PS5 on this console, and you can play whatever game you want. You can play with friends, and you can pick it up off the shelf for $330. I think that's a pretty compelling offer. That's about half the price that people expected to pay, and that people were still gonna pay. People were still gonna pay $600 on launch day. But I feel like PlayStation might be going for the volume sell in this one. They're gonna try to sell more consoles at less cost.
I mean, especially like with who knows what Xbox is coming out with, but like I'm sure Xbox is definitely not going the cheaper route. They're definitely going to be selling their console for $500, upwards of $500, like $600, like the PlayStation 5 was speculated. So I think, like you said, with the PlayStation 5 already having exclusives and the Xbox not having any exclusives, the PlayStation now, like you said, on paper, having better specs.
Yeah.
And now also going with the cheaper price in this console war, it is really sizing up to try and like prove itself as like the better console and destroy Xbox in the sales.
Well, this is like, so it says here that the Xbox is reported to be selling at anywhere from $199 to $499. So that's anywhere between $200 and $500. And to me, this was my biggest worry about and that's just a rumor. We don't know for sure. But to me, this is my biggest worry about the PS5. The only thing that would hurt the PS5 at this point to the Xbox Series X would have been its price. So, because if it's a lot pricier, people are going to drift towards the cheaper one out of the two, even though this one might be the better deal in the long haul if it lasts longer or if you can play more games. But yeah, exactly. I think if this can pull off a lower price than Xbox, it will completely destroy Xbox. We already saw that with the previous console. We already saw that with the PS4 and the Xbox One, right? Because the Xbox One shipped with the Kinect on launch, it was more expensive than the PS4, and because of that, the PS4 beat it out right away in units sold, and it's still beat it out. It's like triple the units sold. Triple the PS4s out there per Xbox. Another interesting thing to look at is apparently the average games per unit sold on a PS4 is 19. So there's for every PS4 sold, if you took all the amount of games that have been sold for the PS4, and you average that out with every PS4 that's sold, there's 19 games per PS4. So
you mean like if 1,000 people buy a PS4, on average, 19 games are bought on each console. That's what you mean, right?
So if you're talking about each person is buying 19 games off the PlayStation Store as soon as they get that console, PlayStation's definitely going to be able to make up that lost money, even if they're selling the console, you know, at cost or below cost, or even with this digital edition. You know, the digital edition they're probably selling at least like $25, $50 below what it actually costs them to make it, because that's the biggest selling point. So they got to be able to make up that somehow. And if you're saying that they're making like $20 per game by selling it on their PlayStation Store, that's already almost $400 that they made off games. You know, rumors are saying that we actually might have a PS5 price by the end of this week, and pre-order information will be revealed by the end of this week, is what rumors are saying. So we're not 100% sure. I was thinking that PlayStation might have waited for Xbox to release their price first, because, you know, it's hard. Whoever releases first, the other company's just going to try to undercut that person. So, but if people are getting pre-order information this week, I guess this means that it's coming. It's actually coming to the shelves, which, you know, I heard rumors a couple of weeks ago, or I saw rumors that they thought it might be delayed until early next year. But if we get pre-order information this week, then we might be good. And you know, we'll definitely be sure to bring that to you as soon as it comes out. We'll bring you all of the pre-order information and everything. So
until you find out that the pre-order information says you won't be getting the console until 2021. You can pre-order the console by September this year, but with delays, we won't be shipping consoles until January 2021. Like,
I mean, or it could just be like, we're not getting it until 2022, you know? Just wait it out. Wait it out, folks. Give us your money now, and then just wait it out. Wait it out. It will come eventually. So here's some other things. We have some rumored release dates for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. So the rumor is that the Xbox Series X is going to come out on the 19th of November, and the PS5 is going to come out on the 27th of November of this year, which is normally... I'm actually a little bit surprised by that as well, because normally you do see a November launch with consoles. We saw it with the PS3 and the or not the PS3, the 360, and then we saw it with the PS4 and the Xbox One. But I figured with the COVID and everything, we would be delayed. Xbox is to announce their Project Lockhart console, which is their digital edition of the Series X. Project Lockhart. It's like their digital edition of the Series X. So there was rumors about this when the Series X was originally announced, that like it might be coming, and I'm sure now the response to the PlayStation's digital edition, they're like, gotta get the Zop box out there, folks. Gotta start. Well, you can't really slide it underneath the table, you know, it won't fit, but I mean, you could like put it on top of the table, I guess, as long as it doesn't break the table. Because folks, the first thing you need to build a PC...
Well, of course, first you need a table.
So let us know in that... Well, I guess we'll end it with, would you buy PlayStation 5 at that price point?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I thought you were like, let's end it off and let's ask the viewers this question. I mean, I think we were talking about like the maximum we would pay for is like $600, $700 for a console, and like we said, I think we said in a previous video that we were willing to pay for it like that. So especially if the digital is going to be $330 American, and that means like around $400 Canadian. I think that's a pretty good deal, pretty decent for a console.
Yeah, I would definitely buy one too.
Yeah.
If I can get it for that cheap, I might buy 6. Just run out to the store and buy 6 and then resell them on eBay.
Why the hell would you buy 6? Stop! We're not doing this Nintendo Switch full crap again. People, Nintendo Switches are sold out 3 years after release of the Nintendo Switch, because for some reason people are like, oh, let's buy all the Nintendo Switches 3 years after release, because everyone wants a Nintendo Switch now. Oh, I'll sell them on eBay. Like,
That guy that bought all the hand sanitizer.
Yeah, it's such a dumb idea.
The guy that bought all the hand
That's
sanitizer.
smart.
Yeah.
That's relevant. That's relevant in our time. But you sort of whipping the hand sanitizer.
I mean, really, what he should do is he should just like people pull up to the front of his like driveway, and then he's like $3, please, and they put it in his hand, and then he gives them a squirt, and then next car, you know?
It's $3 for a squirt of hand sanitizer.
Yeah, like a squirt in your hand. I mean, even if you did $1, like I'm sure you could probably make like $500 per bottle. Like if you're just squirting in everybody's hand.
That's like highway robbery.
And then if you got
$1 per squirt. Who would do that? Like, I'm sure everyone at least has a bottle themselves.
I mean, what
See,
if people
this is like
don't?
Desperate. This is like literally like if this goes on for another year, if like quarantine goes on for another year, a year later, everyone's ran out of hand sanitizer, and this guy is like, it's my time to shine. $1 per squirt, and he sets up a lemonade stand. Basically, like this is like something like a lemonade stand. It's like $1 for a cup of lemonade. He's like $1 for a squirt of hand sanitizer. Like,
I mean, and then he could also start doing like $1 per square of toilet paper, and he like rips you off a square. So if you want like 3 squares, you know, it's $3.
no, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
How many squares on a roll?
Too much. Too far.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode of WBTV. Like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully, you know, the PS5. You know, well, I'm gonna buy 6 of them, so you know, I'll have them all. But thank you guys for watching this episode of WBTV. Share it with your family. Share it with your friends. Share it with the guy down the street charging $1 per squirt of hand sanitizer. You know. And we will see you guys in the next video.
Thank you guys for watching WBTV. If you want to see more videos like this one, click the video on the right. If you want to see skits, click the video on the left. And make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss a single video.